All right, so now we're going to look at 3-digit divided by 1-digit. We're still going to be using dad, mom, sister, brother, cousin, Rover. That's divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, check for a remainder. We're going to start with 342 divided by 3, and I'm also going to do it using our partial quotients as well. So we're used to starting with 3 times 100. So here, 300 can be divided by 3 100 times, or 1 time. And I'm going to put my multiplication sign there again, so that's divide. Now multiply. 1 times 3, or 1 times 300 is 300, which we show here. On my partial quotients, that leaves me with 42. So on algorithm, I'm just bringing down that 4 first. So here's where it's a little different, because now we have another digit. So we're still going to keep going after this round. So we've brought down, we're going to sparkle, and we're going to do 3 times 10 on this side here. And so that's 110. 1 times 3 is 3, or 30, because really that's 40 minus 30. But since it's algorithm, we just shorten it. So over here, 3 times 10 is 30. That's our multiply. Now we're going to subtract 1, which really stands for that 110. And then my bring down, this is what's new this time. We bring that next digit down. So we'll sparkle twice. And that's where we're left here with our partial quotients. So then we start again. We go back up to divide. 12 divided by 3 is 4, or 3 times 4 is 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then over here, 3 times 4 is 12. And then our subtract leaves us with 0. So my total quotient will equal 114, just as it did on the algorithm side. So that's what it looks like versus partial quotients. Now we're just going to focus on the algorithm. So divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, check for a remainder. Okay, we're going to do 476 divided by 7. And remember, feel free to pause anytime and start working independently. If you feel okay with it and want to give it a try, go ahead. If not, just keep watching. So we divide first. When I look in the hundreds place, that 4 is less than the 7. So I'm just going to automatically put a 0 there, because I can't divide 400 into that 7. And then I have to look at it as 47. And I put these little brackets here to remind me that. So I'm looking at it as 47 divided by 7. And I can list my multiples: 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, and then 49. So I can't use 49 here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. That's my divide. Now I multiply. 6 times 7 is 42. And then looking at your next step, it is subtract. So I have 5 left. Now my bring down is 6. So now I have 56. If I go back over to my multiples, 49 and then 56. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my divide is 8. Now looking next, multiply. 8 times 7 is 56. Now I subtract. I check. There's nothing left to bring down. Now that it's 3 digits, we're done. And I have no remainder, so my quotient is 68. All right, our next one, 392 divided by 4. And again, if you want to pause and start trying it out, that's great. So if I look at my hundreds place, 3 is less than the 4 here. So I automatically need to put a 0 there as my placeholder. And then I look at it as 39. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and my next one is 40, and that goes over. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is my divide. Now I multiply. 9 times 4, 36. I have it in my list over here. Now I subtract. And 39 minus 36 is 4. Now I bring down. And sparkle the loveliness. Now 42 is my total that I'm dividing now. So I'm going to go back to division part here. Looking at my list of multiples, I can keep going here. So we have 36. Gosh, Miss Spring messed up a little bit. Please excuse me. So 9 minus 6 is 3. I don't have my kids in my class here to point that out for me. So if I look in my list now, 32 is right here. So that's 8 times, that's my divide. Now I multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. Now I subtract. 0. I have nothing left to bring down. So 98 is my quotient here. Okay. All right, the next one we're going to do, 685 divided by 5. Now, again, always feel free to pause and try it out. This one starts a little differently because 6 is larger than the 5, so I can divide my hundreds place this time. So if I list my multiples, 5, 10, I can do it one time. And remember, that really stands for 100. So 1 times 5, doing my multiply, is 5. Now I subtract. 1, bring down, 18. There's my sparkle. So now I'm going to go back to my list of multiples. I need to get close to 18 without going over. So that's 15. 1, 2, 3. So my divide is 3. 3 times 5, my multiply, is 15. Now I subtract. 18 minus 15 is 3. Now I look at my bring down. And then I have my sparkle. 35 is next, so I'm going to keep going in my list. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That's my divide. So I have 3 check marks this time because I had 3 digits here. Now I multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. I don't know if you can hear my kids wrestling in the background. 35 minus 35 is my subtracting. And I have nothing left to bring down. I check my remainder. So my quotient is 137. And if I did have a remainder, I would just put it there. All right, I'm going to leave you some practice problems to do, and you will be able to check it in another video. So we're going to do 613 divided by 3, 584 divided by 6, and 711 divided by 7. All right, we will check in just a little bit.